Isn't it strange how sometimes we get a gut feeling that someone doesn't like us? It's as if we can sense their emotions despite them showing up and even being slightly kind and nice to us, yet something screams in the background that they don't like us. And in those situations, you need to know a bit of a strategy plan to understand if the way someone is acting is what they are doing because they don't like you, or maybe they're just going through something that you have no idea about. So let's talk about the signs together that someone doesn't like you. My name is Anna, and stay tuned. You receive no recognition. No matter how much you give or do or say and provide to this person, it feels like everything falls on deaf ears and you don't even hear the word thank you. Well, this is the first sign because sadly, they cannot see past the fact that you have done something amazing for them because their hatred is just so fixated in the present. They seem to always want to one-up you. Have you ever said something and this person seems to one-up you or compare themselves to you? If so, well, this is the second sign. Because someone that doesn't like you is so concerned that you could be a threat to them that they will always try to outwin you and show off what they can do before you get a chance to. You could be, for example, talking about how well you did in a maths exam. And instead of hearing the congratulations or well done, the other person will say, well, maths A-level isn't really that hard. Wait until you get to university, study it. That's when things get crazy. They like to keep you very unhappy. Maybe you notice that this person only ever seems to spring to life and be happy when you're upset. That's when they get to wipe your tears and console you. However, when you are happy, they never seem to smile. They use you. If you are unsure if someone doesn't like you, then you can do the simple ignorance test. Walk away, don't contact them, and then see how long it takes for them to contact you. And it's true that if this person doesn't like you, the next point of contact is going to be them reaching out, asking for something that benefits them. Like, hey, can I ask you a favor? I really need Tuesday off. Can you cover my shift, please? You will notice the conversations are only ever about them. Seems pretty obvious, right? Someone that doesn't like you doesn't care for anything that you say. They aren't gonna be interested in your dreams, your fears, your goals, or what you had for breakfast. So zone in onto the conversations that you guys have together. Do you notice that the only thing they seem to talk about is themselves? If so, it's because they don't want to talk to you about anything, they don't care what you say, they are literally treating you like a free therapist. Or if they do talk back to you and listen to what you say, they actually talk over you a lot of the time. The non-stop criticism. You can expect them to give you backhanded compliments, to openly tell you things about yourself that you probably don't feel too comfortable to even hear. They may say, look, I'm telling you this because I'm your friend and I know it would hurt if it came from a stranger. Or they tell you, I know what's best for you, you need to just break up with her. You may have noticed that when they do give you a compliment, they say something nice and then it's always followed with a negative piece of information. For example, you know what, for a blonde girl, you're not actually bad at DIY. Disinterested or closed off body language. When you sit in a room with your friends, you will notice everyone is happy, their toes and their torso are always pointing towards the person they are talking to, and they can maintain a steady eye contact. However, when someone doesn't like you, it's very much the opposite. The majority of their body, specifically their torso area, is turned away from you. They may cross their legs or their arms to shield themselves, and they don't actually want to engage in long, continuous eye contact. They may even try to hide behind their phone and just sit there scrolling through stuff when you are trying to have a conversation with them. So rude. They don't give you eye contact. This ties on very closely to closed off body language in the previous tip. However, I wanted this to be a tip of its own because it's something that is so powerful when you start paying attention to it. Those that we really like and we are interested in, we look at them in their eyes subconsciously. We don't know we're doing it. It's the main focal point on a face. However, when we don't like someone or we don't want to talk to someone, maybe we find them disgusting, we just find them boring, like say a history teacher, you know to avoid eye contact because it's a very intimate thing. So if this specific person that you are thinking about Try to have a conversation with them. If you notice they don't look you in the eye for more than, say, 2 seconds, it's a sign they don't want to engage in that intimate act because they are not fond of you. They never extend conversations. Friends can talk for hours on end because conversation topics don't really ever run out. However, if one person gets tired, there's a little bit of silence, but it's not awkward. What you will notice is that when someone doesn't like you, they are just very quick to end the conversation. What you will notice is that someone that doesn't like you is very quick to end the conversation. You may find that it's just you constantly talking and they don't really respond to anything that you say. They just make that strange, irritating sound. For example, you can say, "I got a promotion at work, I'm so happy." And they're like, "Yeah, that's nice. They never make plans with you. Think back to the last time this person asked to hang out with you, or if you guys are at the start of the dating phase, have they ever made a suggestion that you guys should go out and do something together? Because if not, it's a big sign that they don't really like you. Being close to someone and hanging out is a very close, personal and intimate thing to do. So it makes sense if someone doesn't like you, they don't want to be spending that intimate time with you, right? They are flaky with their plans. So jumping back to the previous tip, it could be that you try to constantly arrange the plans, what to do, where to go, who to see. Perhaps you message them and say, "Hey, are you free for this type of event next week for ice cream, say?" And then you don't really receive a message until after the event the following week. Flaky behavior is a sign that someone doesn't really respect your time and isn't looking to invest time into you. Look, I get it, life gets in the way and we do forget to message people back. However, we always remember to message the person that means the most to us, right? There you go. And if this person cancels plans or takes them forever to actually commit to making a plan, it's a sign they just don't want to hang out with you because they don't really like you, sadly. They only respond with emojis. Emojis, they're a great way to express how you feel, providing this is emoji before the sentence or even afterwards. If you notice that this person is only giving you emoji replies, it's because they feel forced to reply to something and they go in for an all-in emoji as a big expression as opposed to typing something. They may just hit the cry laughing face and hope the person doesn't really know that low-key they don't like you. You feel it in your gut. Let's rewind back to the introduction of the video, and I mentioned that if you feel that someone doesn't like you, it's a fact that they probably don't. But however, whoa, don't go jumping to conclusions because you never really know what someone is actually going through. However, if this feeling is teamed up with several signs from today's video, then it's safe to say, sadly, that this person really does not like you and you are best just to get on with life, get rid of them, forget about them, and continue to live your absolutely amazing life.